Hey guys, today we are going to talk about my favorite topic, which is food. The weather winter in St. Petersburg has started already, that's why I'm in this kind of winter fluffy outfit with these amazing mittens. And I think it is also a great time to rethink of my diet. Because obviously in winter our body cycle changes and our organism starts working a little bit different simply because the body starts getting less vitamins from sun and also different fruits and vegetables and berries, which is quite important for us. It is quite important to keep your diet great in winter. That's why I have thought it will be a good idea to film this video today about how do Russians grocery shop, which products do we get, and what kind of shops do we go to. I have also had a lot of conversations with my British friends about the food supply in UK and especially in London. And honestly, at these moments, I'm becoming grateful that I came to Russia. Because there in UK, food is getting increasingly more and more expensive, and I all the time hear about how it is hard and impossible to get simple meat or vegetables. And what is more, what I'm noticing, all the food is pretty plastic and not very natural, because if you compare with foods which real Russian babushkas grow, UK food is not real. You might not be noticing it too much, but in comparison to the food I tried here in Russia, it really feels when food is made of plastic or is half filled with water or it's maybe just not so natural and mostly filled with chemicals, and it does really affect your health. It does really affect your mental health and of course your skin. That's why I think a lot of people in UK and America too, by the way, have heavy problems with acne and heavy problems with mental health. It is surprisingly not so widespread here in Russia, maybe partly because we have more natural food in here. The first one I want to show you is Pikosta. The British analogy for this supermarket must be Marks and Spencer food, but in general, this is the store where you can get actually high quality foods, and it is a little bit more expensive than general ones. It is slightly more expensive than general supermarkets, but here you really can get more better quality foods. And you can see all these great fruits and vegetables lying down like this. For example, I really like these mangoes, and they're actually big enough and not too expensive for mangoes, like 389 per kilogram. I will stick some money transitions for you so you'll understand it in pounds and dollars later on. Christmas season has started already in Russia, so look at these amazing decorations. I think it is a good moment for me to think which groceries will I be eating this week, so let's check out. Firstly, I believe meat and such things in Perikrovstok are pretty great. You can see that they're high quality, and also 359 is not a lot expensive for that kind of red meat. Here you can see some fish which actually looks nice, and I would really love to get it if I wouldn't be have to clean all of it. Here you can mostly see shrimps or some other sea products. These you can get in kilograms, or if you're lazy you can just take this ready package and it'll be fine. But also it's not gonna be my weekly food obviously, so we'll just pass it by. This fish looks really attractive and great, and I think it will be amazing choice for winter time because it will give a lot of vitamins and minerals to my body. So I'm gonna pick up some. This morse you must have seen on a lot of Russian vlogs if you have watched, because maybe it's a very Russian thing to drink and I personally really like it. I would wanna take this classical cranberry morse, but I think today I will try ginger flavor, because to me it looks interesting. Never tried before this one exactly. In general, I love dairy product supply in Russia because I think it is rich in a lot of things, and a lot of things really taste good and feel good, and they are natural. So that's why I love this country for all the dairy product it has. This is tvarog. If you Google translate it, it will be cottage cheese, but it's not the actual cottage cheese. It is slightly similar, but maybe just softer and lighter. But I really love it. It is really healthy for skin and hair, and in general for your bones, and it's rich with vitamins. So I'm gonna take it. I just adore the yogurt section all the time. I truly want absolutely everything that is there. Actually, there are even healthy high protein yogurts if you like such. Also, if you go to gym, this yogurt is really great to buy. This is Exponente. Maybe you have it in your country because I'm not sure which brand is it like. Is it international or is it just Russian? But actually it is good. It gives you 30 grams of protein. So if you go to gym or if you exercise and you need high protein yogurts, this is a good one. I really like this caramel flavor one. Epica yogurts are nice and they are actually not expensive, so they are big enough and also very flavorful, so they really are delicious and they really are natural ones. Teos is one of my favorite Russian brands. Basically, it sells mostly Greek yogurts, but also there are flavored ones. This is honey and seeds, high protein also, but not so high protein as Exponent, obviously. But if you need some diet stuff, like low fat Greek yogurt, this is a good one. Also, Russia has the dairy products which other countries don't. For example, kefir, I think you will not be able to find in UK, but it is kind of spoiled milk, but it's not spoiled milk, and it is really great for your stomach. So I'm gonna grab for this one. Talking about sweets, I would want to show you a Russian sweet called syrok. It is basically a small pie with vanilla milky filling and chocolate crunchy coverage. It is really delicious and this is a taste of classical Russian childhood. This is a good brand, so it's 74 rubles, but you can also try these classical ones. They're like 59, 64. Not a big difference, but still slightly cheaper. I would like to try this green flavor today. As the Christmas season is already here in Russia, there are numerous gifts which you can give someone you love, or some just very cute sweets which are connected to New Year season. For example, this Oreo is nice and it's pretty cheap actually, it's not a lot. This Barney toy I really love. Can anyone gift me this? See, it's just a classic thing to give to someone in Russia, and really like this one. It's pretty expensive, maybe because it is a thermos cup plus some very interesting tea. So, guys, if you want to make me a gift, please. I adore this cute cat marshmallows. They're 89 rubles, it's not too much. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get them today because it's not very good for my diet, but they're just very cute. Bread is a very important part of any Russian diet, so let's check out what we have there. This is pretty classical, usual Russian gray bread. Not a big fan. This one is actually nice, and most importantly, when you touch it, it is soft. In comparison to European UK London bread, it is soft and it feels nice and it is delicious. There are also all these adorable pies and cakes, they're really amazing. This must be so nice. That might not look on camera, but I really believe it is delicious. This is one of my favorite kinds of cakes in Russia. It's made of honey and sour cream. It's actually nice and it's not so expensive for this price. I believe this section is very good if you're going to have guests or if you're going to congratulate someone because these cakes are really interesting. They're really unique. They have their own flavors and they are delicious and they are affordable. 3.19 for these pies is not a lot. It's actually great. I am in general a very big fan of Russian pastry because all of it is not expensive and it is actually delicious. It is actually very nice. Smetannik is one of my favorite breads. It is basically just a sweet bread with some sour cream. It is nice. I like these muffins very very much. I have just noticed you can get some books in this shop. Honestly, there is nothing I really like here, but there's mostly just classics. So if you're interested, these are how Russian books look like. There are also some scan words for real babushkas. Yes, tea is one of my favorite sections in any shop, and in Pikosta it is really nice looking. There are interesting things you might get. For example, this one I would like to get it as a gift. This Basilur brand I have, and actually it is delicious and good quality tea. I guess it is loose one, not like tea bags, but real loose tea. These teas are good for calming your mind, so I think it is really important in winter season. These teas are for being fit, like for getting skinnier, but honestly I don't really think they work, so not gonna stop there too much. These are also berry teas, which are good for your nerve system, so they're really nice and again not too expensive for such natural tea. Curtis always has some interesting teas, and if you notice, they keep tea in such triangles so it feels more natural and more better to have it. Greenfield is one of the major brands in Russia, I believe, and they really have nice teas. They make tea bags and loose teas and other kind of tea bags. They also have flavored and just simple teas. This 169 is not a lot for a tea, so I guess I will grab this chamomile tea. My nerve system really likes it in this depressive winter season. I have seen this brand advertised a lot. Maybe it's really good. Maybe I'll try it sometime, but it will not be today. But it actually looks delicious. Frozen vegetables is a good thing to have in winter because it is actually really healthy and it does give you vitamins. So let's see what we can have there. These are frozen cranberries. I think I would like to try them today. I would want to have this mixture. It looks great enough and it's also not very expensive. By the way, at this place you can find some meat which is pre-prepared. So, for example, this one is 369 and it is not bad for that big piece of meat. It is actually very good. That's why in the beginning of this vlog I told that meat supply in Russia is slightly better. This pork is unprepared, but it is slightly good big piece of meat, and I think for one person it will be enough for whole week. Ice cream section is as usually very nice and adorable, and everything looks just delicious. I think I would like to try this 2 weeks flavored ice cream. You can even find a special beauty section in this shop, but honestly, I'm not sure who even buys anything from there because there are separate shops for it. But still, it's not bad, and I see there are not bad quality shampoos and shower gels. So maybe if you need something fast and cheap, it is a good choice. У вас нужно брать разрешение? Блогер или что? Нет, я просто снимаю проект для своего универа. Я вам говорю, нужно брать разрешение. Хорошо. Unfortunately, I got told off by some angry cashier woman, and she told me it's kinda not good to film in the store and I shouldn't be doing that. So that's why I just quickly took all my things and went away. Our new destination point is Fusville, and English analogy for it must be Waitrose. But in general, this is the place where you can get healthy products and for real like healthy, good quality diet. So let's take a look. I like this section with honey. It is more expensive than normally honey should be, but this is really good, high quality honey, and I really like it. It is delicious. All the fruits and vegetables look really green and bright, but I just don't like this idea of packing things in plastic so much, especially vegetables, because I think it is not really healthy. But anyway, this pasta is actually not expensive. It is just 86. Didn't expect it to see this type in Fusville. Maybe it was just slightly cheaper to produce it, or maybe something around this price, but it looks great. Frankly, I didn't expect the dairy product section will be so small here. Maybe because there are just not enough products at this moment. But what I want to show you is Rajanka. I think I'm gonna grab it today because I wanted to have it since a lot of time. I cannot really explain you what exactly it is, but it's also like kefir, but not exactly kefir. It's pink and it's really delicious. In general, it is just really delicious and it's actually cheap. 66 is a good price. Christmas season is here, and in Scusi we can see these adorable gingerbreads. I really like them, they're just so cute and so nice. I think I would want this guy to go with me. Here you can see various frozen pastry like syrniki or pilmeni is a classical thing in Russia to eat. It's like dumplings filled with meat. They're also colorful, heart-shaped ones. They're really adorable and nice. Actually, what I like about Fusville is nuts and dry fruits. They are really good here and very, very high qualities. It is really great and amazing. So this is rich with vitamins and rich with healthy fats, so I think it's a good thing to take in winter. These oatmeal biscuits are in general my favorite biscuits, and I really wanted to have them since long, so I think they go with me. This is a kind of food you generally don't get in normal stores. These are sausages covered in bacon. I think it's nice to try once in a while. Another thing I really like in Fusville is tofu. Here is basically there is best tofu you could find in Russia, and it is also flavored. So there is this classic. No, this one is with mushrooms, and somewhere there is just classical one. This one I really like. This is with nori and some mushrooms, and this one is with garlic. I tried almost all of them and it is really delicious. It is really great for tofu and it is high quality. Also, it is a good price. 165 is a good price actually for tofu, not much more expensive than in more general shops. What I also liked in Fossil right now is that actually cashiers don't really care if someone films anything or someone walks somewhere. Maybe because that's like one of the highest quality shops in Russia, and that's why they just understand that any vlogs and any bloggers is a kind of free advertisement for them. And right now we are going to Ptorika. Ptorika in general is the basics of Russia. If you talk analogies in London, it must be Tesco or something. But basically, here there are not very expensive products, and it is always located close to home, so that's why it is always super convenient to go there. I am a big fan of pastry section in there, like fresh pastry. All of it is very cheap and really, really nice and delicious. This pie is nice. If you ever somehow come to Russia, try this and try this. You're not gonna spend a lot of money, although it is like both 50 rubles, you can say, and it is really delicious. It is really great. From here, I would like to get cucumbers because they're just 1.59 and they are great quality, so I will need 7 of them. I will also need some of these today. In Ptorika there is this nice high protein cheese, and as I try to keep my diet good and I try to exercise even in winter, even when it's hard, it's really nice to have. These are some interesting noodles. Generally, it is survival food in Russia because people take it whenever they're trying to make their ends meet and they don't have enough money to buy better food, but these ones look interesting, so maybe I should try sometime. This is so nice and beautiful. I would like to get it as a New Year gift. Because just look at it, it's Milka chocolate, like one of the best brands of chocolate in Russia. And just so adorable, look at that. Here there are different kinds of biscuits and sweets, which are really good and really like them. They are very simple, very basic, but still quite nice. I really like all the Christmas decorations sold in Russian shops. They are so nice and so cute. I didn't expect so much to see in simple shops like Ptorika, especially in small ones, but just look at these gnomes. And what is more, I like the cups they sell. They're actually big enough and it's not very expensive. It's actually alright. I would really like to take this little guy home with me, but I think I'd better do it on New Year time as a gift for myself. I really love meat and I eat it like almost daily. So I think I should really take that chicken because it will be enough for me for a whole week. I really adore this tea. If you have watched my vlog about sanctioned supermarket in Russia, you must have noticed that I mentioned similar tea but of different flavor. But today I have found exactly mint one, the one I like the most, and I think I just might take it with me. So these three shops is where Russians generally go to grab some groceries very very fast because they're always in convenient places and they're easy to go to and they're also very affordable. But if you want more such content or if you want to see where Russians just go and fill their cars with food and go back home, I have a vlog about a store called Ashan. It is connected to sanctions also, so if you're interested, you really have to watch that. And what is more, I'm planning to make a vlog about another huge supermarket called Lenta. This is a very big place and I have it like 1 hour from my home, so really gonna film that one. That has been all for now, and guys, I would be really happy if you liked my videos and subscribe to my channel, or if you wrote me some nice comments. I would really appreciate it because I'm always honestly waiting for your opinions, for your thoughts, or maybe you have got some stories or stores where you're buying groceries in whatever country you're in. I would really be happy to hear that.